Suppose we keep an apple or a banana outside the refrigerator. How long can we expect it to remain fresh and eatable? Maximum few days or a week. When ready to eat natural foods like fruits and vegetables gets destroyed or perished in a matter of days, how come our ready to eat processed food staying safe, fresh and eatable on the shelves of supermarkets for a period of months or even years? My name is Dr. Ranganath and welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to begin my talk with a quote by Wendell Berry, who said, "We are fed by the food industry, which pays no attention to health, and treated by the health industry, which pays no attention to what we eat." And this is exactly what is happening in present day situation. I am going to post a series of videos on the topic of processed food and food additives, and why should we be avoiding this processed food, and what are the health implications of consuming foods which are full of chemicals called food additives. In the United States of America, since last 50 years, the obesity rates have increased by 3 times, the rate of diabetes has increased by 7 times, and the rate of dementia has increased by 10 times. What has happened in the last 50 years that has not happened in the last thousands or millions of years of evolution of humans? To bring things into perspective, I'll give a simple example. In the year 1960, there were only 100 McDonald's restaurants in the entire country of United States of America. Now there are more than 250,000 fast food restaurants in that particular country. If we take Bangalore as an example, where I live, you go to any street, every 4th or 5th shop in that particular street is an eatery. And especially if you go in the evening, almost all of them are crowded with people. When we were kids, we never had the luxury of going out and eating in these restaurants. I cannot recall a single incident till the age of 13 or 14 years when I was a child, when my parents had taken me outside to a hotel or a restaurant. Eating outside was not a normal thing when we were kids, but that's not the case today. There are n number of hotels or restaurants. There are too many fast food joints. There is a lot of processed food that we are consuming. The portion size have increased. We are eating much more than we actually require. We are eating throughout the day, and this abnormal eating pattern is the most important reason for the development of these chronic diseases. The processed food industry is a $10 billion industry, and it is important to note that more than 90% of the entire food industry is actually owned by only 10 major companies, and such is the monopoly of these companies. So these companies hire the best of minds to make us buy and eat more. They hire the best of scientists who make these junk food reach its highest bliss point of taste and sweetness. And these scientists know the right amount and proportion of ingredients that are required to make these foods look and taste better. They also spend millions of dollars on advertising to make us believe that these foods are really healthy and nutritious. When I was a kid, I never had Bonvita, I never had Complan, I never had Horlicks, and never was Boost the secret of my energy. And now as parents, we are made to believe that if we do not give these products to our children, we are actually devoiding them of important nutrition. These companies know that we are genetically hardwired to crave for food. It is natural for humans to crave for food. So whenever we see something very attractive and delicious, we naturally crave for that particular food. And these companies take full advantage of this fact. It is important to note that a smoke of a cigarette takes 10 seconds to stimulate the brain, whereas sugar takes just half a second, or to be exactly precise, 600 milliseconds to stimulate the brain. That is, sugar is 20 times faster in stimulating the brain as compared to cigarette. And there are various studies that have proven that sugar is as addictive as cocaine. So making healthy decisions in this environment of constant psychological manipulation is not very easy. So it takes extra effort from each one of us, and we can only do this when we have the right information and knowledge. For most of human history, we have lived in an environment of scarcity and hardship. But it is for the first time in the last 30-40 years where there is abundance and ease. Where there was scarcity, now there is abundance. Where there was hardship, now there is ease. We can do things at the touch of a button. And this abundance and ease is what is driving us towards diseases. Increased consumption of processed food is linked to various diseases like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, and even cancers. There are other health problems like increased incidence of autoimmune diseases, increased incidence of gut problems, increased incidence of hyperactivity and learning disability in kids, and increased incidence of dementia in the elderly. So it is very important for each one of us to know about this fact so that we can make the right decisions. So in my next video, I will be going in detail about all these food additives and how are they affecting our health. I hope this content was useful to you. If you found value in this content, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.